Hey everyone, Dr. Josh Mattson here with Infinity Chiropractic Center. I'm going to talk about, there's a couple reflexes that a lot of kids have that they really struggle with when they have these reflexes. They really struggle to learn. And the biggest reason why is because these two reflexes are the biggest ones that affect how your eyes track and how they develop. And they create skipping in the eyes and jumping in the eyes, and I'll explain that when I talk about each of these individual reflexes. But if you have a kid, you just found out in conferences, I know we're starting to go through that time, that they're really struggling with learning, they're struggling with focus, they're struggling with reading, handwriting, that type of stuff. Check these two reflexes and see if they have them. They're really, really easy to check. All you have to do is have your child or whoever it is go on their hands and knees just like this. And most important thing when you do these is have them drop their low back down. You don't want them to round their low back like this. So have them go tabletop position, drop their low back down. And then all you have to do is just bring their head to a neutral position and turn their head to the opposite side. And what you'll see is when they have this reflex, it's called an asymmetrical tonic neck reflex. When they turn their head this way, the arm on the opposite side will start dropping out. And the more you do it, typically the worse and worse that dropout gets. And you'll go both ways and make sure they keep their low back down the entire time. Because if they don't, they can cheat and round their low back and lock their arms out. So turn their head, see if they drop out. Turn their head, see if they drop out. That's the first one I want you to check. And it's probably the most common reflex that you find in kids that have difficulty learning, because it helps you to develop tracking of your eyes across midline. And what you see with these kids, when you have them, like you put a dot on your finger and you have them track your finger, you'll see their eyes will jump really big, typically right in the middle of their vision, which obviously is going to affect reading. The other one you want to check is what's called the symmetrical tonic neck reflex, and you'll do it in the same way, and you'll check them at the same time. Keep them on their hands and knees. Again, drop their low back down. And what you're looking for is when you drop their low back down, a lot of times when kids have this reflex, their arms will want to start dropping out on both sides symmetrically, typically just when you drop their low back down. But you're going to bring their low back down, and then you're going to start bringing their head down, and you'll see their arms will want to start dropping out when you bring their head down. And again, that's called a symmetrical tonic neck reflex. It should go away right around 8 months. And the asymmetrical one should go away right around 6 months. The symmetrical tonic neck reflex helps you develop your low back musculature so you can sit up straight. And if it doesn't develop well, you get uncomfortable very quickly. And that's when it looks like kids are constantly moving and constantly fidgeting, but it's just because they get uncomfortable pretty easily. Check those two reflexes in them. When they have an asymmetrical tonic neck reflex, they almost always have reading issues, handwriting issues. A lot of times they'll have difficulty learning to tie their shoes, learning to ride the bike. Poor muscle tone is very common with that. When they have a symmetrical tonic neck reflex, they'll typically have reading issues because it helps their eyes to converge in. If they can't do that, they have a weakness there, so they get like a blurred vision type of thing. And a lot of times that won't be caught by eye doctors. In some cases it will, in some really good ones that we refer to. But then also it helps them to develop their low back musculature so they can have good posture and sit up straight and be comfortable. And if those aren't developed, they can't focus. They are constantly moving, and it looks like they're just having ants in their pants and fidgeting all the time. So if you guys have any questions on this, let me know. I hope this helps you guys. Have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you later.